If you're looking for the best small guitar amp, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Fishman Loudbox Mini Acoustic Instrument Amplifier. I would like to start off the list of the best small guitar amps by talking about one of the best small guitar amps out there, which unfortunately dedicated the entirety of its existence to being used for the purposes of playing acoustic guitars. Unfortunately, because I would love to have one of these to work with my electric guitars. On the other hand, the fact that the amp works with acoustic guitars best means that those of you looking for a mini amp for your acoustic guitar are in luck. Fishman Loudbox Mini does a great job of amplifying the sound of an acoustic guitar, keeping it clean and clear of any kind of electric distortion, so that if there was no increase in volume, nobody would understand the point of the pickup. While small, the pickup is still on the larger side as compared to the rest on the list. The design is vintage and cool, so that the guitar is enjoyable to look at for everyone. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Roland Micro Cube Guitar Amplifier. There's enough acoustic guitars in the world to rock it to sleep, with a peaceful feeling of Spanish legends to it. On the other hand, there are enough electric guitars in the world to guarantee that it will never go to sleep, because there is always an electric guitar playing somewhere in the world, which is exciting and which also causes the prices for electric guitar amps to be lower than for the amps of acoustic guitars, while retaining the same level of quality. The Roland Micro Cube Guitar Amplifier is a tiny little angel in the form of metal and plastic combined. It is small enough to be easy to carry around and store wherever, but it is also powerful enough to attract the attention of anyone passing you in the street, sitting in the bar, or otherwise hanging out in your vicinity. With a punkish style and a punk attitude, it is the perfect little helper for any musician, beginner or otherwise. The number 3 position is held by Line 6 Micro Spider 6-slot battery-powered guitar amplifier. Speaking of tiny little helpers that could fit anyone, let me introduce to another seemingly impossible amalgamation of great sound and great look. The Line 6 Micro Spider 6-watt battery-powered guitar amplifier has a whole lot of qualities that make it the favorite small amplifier of so many musicians who are constantly on the go or don't have too much space. With its small form and light body, it can be easily transported anywhere you go, while its battery negates the need to be constantly plugged into an outlet and hoping that you have some kind of source of energy. The best part of the amp is of course the sound of the guitar, which is quite outstanding for the price it is offered up at. One of the best options of small guitar amplifiers available for you that I want you to remember when you start attempting to make a decision on buying one. Great stuff to have, really. Next at number 4 we have VOX Mini 3G Tukel battery powered modeling amp 3W. Let me tell you about the vintage look and why it is favored among so many musicians and aestheticians around the world. Well, I won't be able to tell you much about the vintage look in this short text, but what I can tell you is the fact that some of the best looking items out there and best sounding are entirely vintage. Well, the VOX Mini 3G Tukel battery powered modeling amp is one of the vintage looking but entirely modern technology employing amps that produce a great sound while looking positively scrumptious. This small amp avoids the problem of weak low tones that so many other amps have by incorporating a bass boost technology into its construction. As a result, we get a small, portable amp with a handsome look and an incredibly well-rounded sound, with expressive lows and expressive high both present, and the price point relative to some of the other options on this list makes it a required purchase, unless something else catches your eye, that is. The number 5 position is held by Orange Amplifiers Micro Crush Pi X 3-watt 9-volt mini amp. Let us move from the best amplifiers among the mid-range price small amplifiers to the more affordable ones. The gap between affordable and less affordable has never been felt this much, in terms of money of course. In terms of quality, the gap is not that noticeable, especially not when you have a contender like the Orange Amplifier Micro Crush Pi X 3-watt 9-volt mini amp. This little orange cube of happiness provides the side of the person it spends its time at with a whole lot of brightness and a seeming ray of light. Whether it is because of the bright coloring of the amp, or because it is actually a great sound being amplified from it. Whatever it is, I really do enjoy this little piece of vocal citrus, especially since it is the best combination of so many important qualities for an amp. It sounds good, It looks good and it is so easy to maintain and carry with you wherever you go. The number 6 position is dominated by Pignose 7100 Legendary Portable Amplifier. While we are on the subject of cute little things, I want you to consider the idea of a small amplifier with a cute name but with the looks of Marlon Brando in his early years. Wait, no, that is incredibly freaky and not something anyone wants to imagine. I mean, how would you even connect your guitar to that? What I mean is imagine an incredibly handsome amplifier. Well, now that you have, let me ruin your dreams by directing your attention at the Pignose 7100 Legendary Portable Amplifier, which is an actually rather handsome piece of equipment. The great thing about this beautiful box is that it also has a great sound, comparable to that of its betters, breed of the more expensive models. Being very light and fun to possess, it is highly portable and loud enough to captivate audiences. A great, affordable small amplifier that does not look Marlon Brando in any way, and thank God for that. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Blackstar, a FL3 battery-powered guitar amplifier, 3W. The beauty of an affordable small amp is that it can be high quality without the sacrifice of anything. I mean, yeah, some people say that the low tones disappear a little when the amplifier gets small, but don't listen to them too much, unless your low tones are being drowned out by some loud person screaming into the microphone so hard that the system starts screeching. Even the smallest of amps can produce a respectable low tone. The small amplifiers are there to be portable and easy to have, so that you never have to deal with a back hurting unless your instrument is heavy or your arms being tired from anything other than playing the guitar too much. Which is why the Blackstar Fly 3 battery-powered guitar amplifier is a great piece of equipment to have in your artillery. Portable, small and powerful in sound. What else could anyone ever want? The number 8 position is held by Marshall MS4 Mini Micro Full Stack Battery Amplifier. Some of the smaller amplifiers that I like to talk so much about are not really that small. I mean, the Marshall MS4 Mini Micro Full Stack Battery Amplifier is anything but small, in terms of sound at least. It has a powerful volume output that is hard to ignore for anyone, be it in some bar, or in the street, or at some gig. The tall tower-like shape of the guitar is exceptional in design, and yes, while the stack is a little on the big side, the affordable price of it and the quality of tone and volume is definitely worth a little bit of a size problem. Definitely worth your consideration. Next at number 9, we have Fender Mini Tonemaster Battery-Powered Electric Guitar Amp. After a certain point of decreasing the price of the amplifier systems you are offering to the buyers, you get a return in the shape of an increasing size of the amplifiers themselves, which is not really that much of a problem, especially when the Fender speaking you are talking about look vintage and sounds like it could be from the future. The Fender Mini Tonemaster battery-powered electric guitar amp is a little on the big side among smaller amps in terms of size and in terms of sound. While it might be a little tiring to carry with you, the sound you are going to produce for the price of almost nothing is going to feel worth it every second of the song. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Mugig Portable Amplifier for Electric Guitar 10W. Some of the most impressive pieces of equipment come in small packages, and in the shape of an item you would not expect to be as good as it is. The proof of this is the deceptively simple-looking Mugig Portable Amplifier for electric guitar, with 10W of power. This piece of equipment is on the big side of small, but is perfect in every single aspect of it, other than the size. The design is simple and understanded, the ease of transport is guaranteed, while the sound takes over the mind and heart of the musician and the crowd instantly. It is possibly the best electric guitar amp that I have gone to mention on this list. That's all for today. We upload music product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.